Whereas in fact, you might be going B. That smoke on Rain is an instant indication that it could be a B split. Maybe especially for the position that he's in. Now, normally you throw it from the other side of the box. I think he wants to push in the middle and throw it. And with Leash getting the first one, they're well on their way, but it doesn't matter. Spinks, 2 great headshots, taking down Rain and Leash. And now this long-range fight. By the way, that means also the smoke is dropped in the middle. They never got to throw it towards CT spawn the way that they wanted, I think. And it's going to be pushing out of that high ground position, getting close now and trying to take the fight to Exertion, who's inside of the bomb site. Headshots are ringing through. The USPs are doing their job right now. It's just Frozen left in a 1 versus 3.
Oh, too much here for Frozen to do. 3 players, not an easy task, and MOUZ will pick up the round. Very patient stuff from both sides. I mean, FaZe gave themselves a lot of opportunities with that. And Carrigan will make his way through the mid doors as well. So definitely looking for that B split, but all this util is delaying the action here for FaZe. However, just 3 players to the ult. We'll see if they can get through the choke point. The spray through the smoke is devastating there from Spinks. This is absolutely not what FaZe was looking to be up against, and it is just a complete anticlimactic finish for them. Oh, that spray timing from Spinks was absolutely perfect. And MOUZ, I mean, they had information. They had players all over the map. We'll see what FaZe decides to do with this. 4 players up on the catwalk position. Frozen's going to have a probably difficult situation if he tries to come out along later, but we'll see what the entries could look like here. If FaZe are to make them, they can still drop mid and go for a fast B, and they do have a couple of smokes to cover the cross.
That's the second incendiary. Oh, the utility is crazy for MOUZ right now. They're running out. This round might already be over. FaZe, they're in a lot of trouble here. It's Torshi picking up that first flick, taking down Rain. 20 seconds. And the fight on long still hasn't really begun yet. Exertion very nearly with the double spray down. FaZe demolished before they even get up out of the catwalk. I've rarely seen anything like it. That is so much utility to have left in the last 30 seconds of a round. Normally, that's already been spent. You certainly, if you have something left, maybe you've got 1 more smoke. You don't have double incendiary and an HE grenade.
I'm curious if this would be normally a spot in a match where you could see a complete pace change, a huge strategy change, right. But we might be seeing it from MOUZ. They're looking to go for the mid push into a lower dark instantly, and this was not spotted, so this is something that is unknown by FaZe. As they progress into mid, this could be a horrible trap.
Yeah, that AWP taking away all the attention. You're absolutely right, Dan. They had no idea. Oh, that's devastating. A second kill for Exertion. Leash going down. And you know what? The thought about FaZe trying to change the pace, maybe MOUZ was thinking the exact same thing, because they're so suspicious that that's the point in the game when they say, okay, listen, if you're trying something, we're gonna take it away. You know, we said some of it looks a bit telegraphed. There's not a lot of complexity in the actual tactics here. It does seem to be almost a bit one-dimensional. Might be suffering from a rare kind of tactical aphasia, if you will allow it, Dan.
I allow it.
Oh god, getting slaughtered in the upper dark position. Spinks, actually, that is an insane spray down. I don't know how he gets every one of them, but he's laughing his way through the early game. He's 9-3. There's nothing you can look back to and say, well, at least that worked. We'll try that again. You know, it's like, what's worked so far? They've got onto catwalk and the B bomb side. That's pretty much it.
And interestingly here, we'll get some long control from FaZe, but they have no grenades, so they can't really work off of that, because if you're going to make a full-out assault from the long position, if you're going to get to the site, you do need some util. It is an open position. They're going to try to see what they can make of it, and you have Bralin on the car position, so maybe able to improve his stat line, but a great shot from Frozen is going to take him down.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. It's not going to be easy. Rain is lurking in the middle, so if they can get up long and Rain can catch a kill here, it's sort of a winnable round. They've thrown the bomb across. Always a good idea. Incendiary, HE on top to try and slow down Carrigan. I don't know how the grenade didn't do more damage there. I feel like the HE hardly touched him at all. They've taken a lot of damage on the FaZe side, but somehow with no grenades, worse weapons, and almost everyone bleeding to death on the FaZe side, they're still finding a way into this one. 1 versus 4 here. So Jimmy got the first one. Rain will take him straight down. What an unlikely round. I think you pretty much shaped the narrative. How do you take long with no crossing smokes or anything? Yeah. Like, it should never happen. The other classic FaZe thing is slow starts and then big comebacks. If you're a FaZe fan, you know that, and that's what you're hoping for right now. You want to see Carrigan pull another crazy comeback out of the hat. down 7-0, but now look at the opening, pushing through their own smoke. So he pushes through the CT spawn smoke to set up that kill, and it's going to be Rain following it up. No longer the 00 agent. Spinks and Jimmy are left alive here, but just Spinks at the bomb side. He can't really do anything about it either. They're all coming for an absolute sick round here for FaZe, and much faster in terms of taking Catwalk and in terms of pushing through that smoke at CT spawn.
The victory coming from the Catwalk position, the options, and I wonder now if MOUZ obviously are so prepared for that, and that's why we're seeing such an emphasis on the util dumping there, knowing that that's such a win condition for FaZe's key rounds.
Well, and just to say, this just because you bring that up,
we'll see FaZe moving towards the long house at the moment. Obviously, there's an incendiary coming on down. Obviously, we get the smoke on the corner there. That does indicate that FaZe want to try to fight for this, but they're going to be aware that the A player is close to this, and there is a confirmation Exertion with a free kill onto Karrigan, and that's not a way you want to start the round. In the meantime, FaZe are trying to see if they can find something cheeky towards that B site.
Not necessarily a terrible idea, but actually, MOUZ are super ready for a potential B split, and they were even at the start of the round. They had double middle, 1B, so they would have been ready in case they would have tried it. Frozen, can't really see where that smoke came from either. Gonna be setting up a couple of grenades in the middle here. Spinks goes down, and Torshi, you gotta be careful, but so does Elige. That is a tricky kill to find. Catching it as he jumps up on the box. It's such a long spray, all 20 bullets. And Jimmy very nearly taking down Rain. But up at the A site, it really is just Brolan, and he might get pushed from Catwalk as well. This could be a bit awkward.
Yeah, Brolan is in. Oh, yes. Okay, that is, I was going to say, that's the frag. That is the frag that opens the round up completely. But the bomb has to make the very long trek away from the B tons all the way across. But still, we'll get an opening there for Rain as Torsi is trying to beat them to the punch.
How does Rain know? Look, he's still, like, one, he knew that Torshi was going to peek, and now he's crouched in with his head down, which does lower the view model just enough that he couldn't be seen by Jimpphat. And he comes, it's actually a nightmare round for Rain. He's just outplayed him on a mental level in this round.
It's a team that's going to be extremely hard to throw off with a bad start, and so we're seeing somewhat of a recovery, but can it continue? Less emphasis on long from MOUZ, and we can see that opening will be taken here, and a kill as well from Brokey.
Now, there is a double open play, which is kind of interesting. One of them is really far away at the B bomb site. Counter smoke coming up to the middle of the lane. Oh, it's a nice idea for Jimpphat. I do like that. But Karrigan, again, a step ahead. And sort of a tough position. MOUZ are actually out of money. There's a very good shot here that saving the double over the M4 is the better choice. 7 rounds already such a... I think 7 is more than enough on the CT side of Dust 2. So for my money, try and fight, see if you can get 8 in the next one. They are going to push their way in. Exertion goes down, and now the AWP is at massive risk. Missed opportunity, and I think Torshi knows better to back on out now. FaZe gonna be up to 4 here, which honestly is a really nice recovery.
You probably would expect the 1 to be towards mid.
Yes.
So I think the run through the smoke there makes a lot of sense. For Jimpphat, it's a great gamble, but that wasn't the formation. FaZe changed the formation. Now they're hunting the remaining AWPs. They're gonna get both. That's massive going into the final round here, Anders.
I do like this. They tried it once before, and again, now it's also a question of, again, like you said, the utility, the weapons here. So you want to throw in a surprise. You want to try and see if you can trick them into something. Actually get the kill on Elige, and Karrigan goes down. Oh, FaZe. They shouldn't be losing this round, but they might be forced to. Jimpphat, this time, the push in from the B bomb side is going to be paying off, and the bomb is out there. I don't think they've quite found it yet, but Rain, no matter how smart he is, a 1 versus 4 here at the center of the map. The thing that he does have is the time on the clock to maybe get the job done, but...
And they're also spread out. They're all split up, so he could isolate 1v1s. That is the way that you win a clutch like this. So Rain just has to have a little bit of lady luck on his side on the timings, and there might be a world.
Can Spinks... Okay, he can. I was going to say if Rain could crouch under that, but he definitely can't. So, nicely done. 8-4 at the end of it. Still a strong start for MOUZ. The double smoke there on the MOUZ side. I always, when I look at this, I always think, oh, there could be like one of those double pumps on long where you throw the cross smoke, but actually, they're going to be forced into a fight in the middle. Doesn't matter what they had planned because FaZe is here to try and take it away. Elige, he gets the opening, but not more than that. Somehow, MOUZ, they turned it around. They really looked like they were not ready for that battle.
As we see MOUZ now just finally to progress towards long, and FaZe are making the right moves here. Rain is finally starting to look for that flank, and in FaZe's cap, they've also got someone on the cross. Brokey's ready.
Yeah, he didn't get to do very much with the AWP at all in the first half, but if they can win a pistol here, it might bring them right back. Jimpphat, that's the P250 at range, and Carrigan tagged up and taken down. Rain, a 1 versus 3. He does throw out a bit of a smoke because the bomb is on his side right now, so he knows they have to come and challenge him, but he's already going to go stop. Oh my god! He just deleted Brolan like it was nothing, slapped him from on top of that car, and he takes down Torshi. An absolute clinic here from the Norwegian. We did also warn you guys at home, FaZe notoriously very hard to put away. They do have this weird dynamic where they're able to come back into the games.
Going super aggressive towards top mid here. Also look, presence lower dark, and they are taking the fight straight to the AKs here of MOUZ. And is it going to pay off there for FaZe? Oh wow, what a performance there out of Elige and Carrigan. And now 3 players are remaining here for MOUZ. Exertion able to take down Frozen. Nice nade follow-up from FaZe as well. And as things reset here, MOUZ are in trouble.
Honestly, if they can go long and let Spinks try and plant the bomb, then Exertion and Torshi could just play at range and try to get something done there. But the rest of them, I think if they try to cross, they're so low on health already, it's insanely risky. You can see the incendiary going down here, and they have to stop. Exertion already almost dead from walking into that incendiary. And the spray here, Brokey finding a couple. It couldn't have been any better. It was a lot for Spinks to try and do on his own, and the rotation coming from FaZe. Right in the beginning, they only had Elige here, but pretty quickly, Brokey started to get chimed in as well. Nice couple of kills for Spinks, staying alive and causing some economic loss for FaZe. It's not bad at all. And now we're up to 8-7, but the lead for MOUZ is just shrinking. What a weird off angle here for Brokey. I can actually understand, okay, they're gonna smoke it up. And he pushes right into it. Exertion goes down. He spots more players behind. I think getting the kill is great, but the additional information is such a huge thing. They know it's not a B-split. As soon as he sees that many players there, he has a good idea. Grenade thrown out. Brokey is ready. He's up to 9. Starting to get a bit more warmed up, and a nice headshot. Torshi's dead and gone immediately because Frozen had the AK. That actually is one of those things where if it had been the M4A1 on the other side, there's a chance he could have shot back with the AWP, but the window just wasn't there for it. 3 kills in the round for Brokey, and FaZe are now in the lead. This is a 7-0 start in favor of MOUZ. Yeah, this is such an insanely engineered round out of FaZe. If it doesn't work, it'll be so sad. They even set it up with a flash just to show, hey, we know 20 seconds left. They're trying to push through. Incendiary down to slow it as well. This whole round, it was over as soon as the countdown was done and the freeze time. Carrigan had just read into the future and saw what was out there, and MOUZ, they're now playing into it. They are fighting their way back, but like you said 10 seconds ago, you're never expecting a second player. 3 seconds left. Exertion, he has to get the kill, but he's stuck down. He just won't give him the fight. It's so deliciously petty for Elige.
Yeah, all you have to do to win the round is just hold the crouch button.
They've picked a nice round to do this in, to be honest. Brokey's really far away, so it's kind of up to Rain and Frozen inside. They're going to be putting up a bit of a smoke there to try and slow it down, but all the bullets already spent. Rain, nothing left to fight with. Brokey gets 1 for the smoke. Wow, it must have been on top of it, but still, super successful for MOUZ. They trade their way into the bomb site, 3v3. One of these is a scout, though, which is a bit of a concern, and there is a flank coming in from Carrigan, so if MOUZ can't hold this, they might just lose on Dust 2 in spite of an insane first half. I'm shocked.
Yeah, this is really scary. Okay, that smokes is interesting. That might set up that is going to set up Carrigan here. But they need to time this perfectly. Carrigan coming through. Is he going to fight the supply right behind him? Carrigan didn't realize in time. And it's all that they can do now to potentially save this AWP. MOUZ with a very, very unusual round here. Perhaps too much respect given from FaZe's positions. And Brokey, he will hold on to that AWP. But this is MOUZ finding a way back in off of the saved AWP. And Brokey is so important in this round. We're considering the long control that's currently had by MOUZ, and look at the hold from both teams at the moment. No one wanting to sort of make a move. FaZe detecting the pause. Are they resetting? It's Torsi to take down Brokey. That AWP 1v1, that is going to be a painful reality here for FaZe. How do they read this? They're starting to rotate towards the A site. They're going to leave openings towards mid and B as MOUZ make their way up cat.
Carrigan, what is this position? Okay, Torshi did actually kind of spot him out, and it will take him down as well. Frozen's time to leave. Well, might not be allowed to leave. Spinks was trying to catch him as he was rotating out of there. Rain already very low on health here, so MOUZ finding a way back, and it's not more than a round ago that you said that Torshi really hadn't had the impact, and it could be hard to find. This is one of the rounds where he actually does, and it's one of the rare sort of straight AWP versus AWP battles that we end up having. Torshi coming out with 3 in this one.
Can Rain save the M4? It would be really nice here. Anything for FaZe to take into the next round would be really important. Everything counts. Able to take down Jimpphat, but with that, gives his position away. Might be another opportunity here for MOUZ to get this gun out of his hands. Brilliant read there from Rain.
How you wish he had anything but a USP right now. It's close. It's so close. Jimmy almost turned around, but again, how much could you do in this position? He's missed a couple there, does get the kill, and now the rest are going. I do like this from FaZe. The communication for Brokey to also take a fight in the middle at the same time, just to try and cause maximum chaos here. Elige spotted out, and Brokey gonna steal an AK and throw it back to his teammate. It almost is good enough here, but still, man down. They've got the AK on Frozen. I don't want to count them out yet. Elige, just 1 P250 at the site.
Can that AK make the difference? It's in a good spot here. MOUZ can still make their way across. There's the AK coming into play. Frozen's been spotted. Gets taken down, though. Only one, and it had so much potential thanks to that timing from Carrigan. But MOUZ are able to steer the ship clear of disaster for the tie game, 11-11.
I think I said P250, but P2000. That would have been more fun. Jimpphat just confidently taking this position. He's not afraid of anything. Elige blown up at the start, and Jimpphat doesn't take any damage. Look at the middle, Exertion. He's walked straight in here. This is actually one of the things that does make MOUZ such a tough team. He heard the jump down. He knew. That is the power of being in that forward position. Brokey's not thinking, oh, I might give away some of the audio here. He's not thinking about that fact yet. I mean, he should never really be even in position to get close to winning this one. It should be just a question of raw power and trading their way through. Does get the first one. Dink onto Brawler. It's not bad for Carrigan. Again, that's pretty good. He's always going to be at such a huge disadvantage playing on that ramp. What would make this the ultimate sort of FaZe classic game would be losing this round, which obviously they are going to do, and then somehow winning the next round in the most absurd way possible.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I'm just curious if they're going to be able to hold onto these guns. It would be good to see if them with a real chance here. Once again, Rain playing the save simulator. Oh, okay, the nades actually be helpful, but the flash is too good there. Spinks peeking with that one, and Frozen might just be the only player to survive.
I'm calling it, I'm trying to be Carrigan, but from a casting point of view, I'm calling it Brokey 3 headshots with the Scout. That's okay. My prediction for the round, Dan. Let's see who really is in control of this simulation. Well,
there is an aggressive play lower tons. Elige is also a bit aggressive on Cat as well. Carrigan's going to detect a surge of players towards that long position. So FaZe have a sense as to what MOUZ is opening with, and there we go. There's an opening kill for FaZe, and this might just fully commit MOUZ into the A site.
Yeah, I think it will. That's actually not a bad smoke at all. Flash around the corner. They can't see a thing. That was expertly timed. Elige set up Carrigan. The smoke helped out, obviously, but they just can't see a thing. Grenades being traded around the corner here. A 3 versus 5, and FaZe looking to get a couple of more kills. Push this one into OT if they're being allowed to. Carrigan maybe pushing through a bit early. It's Rain and a double spray down. He's up to 20 kills. Now just Exertion, who's been doing so much lifting for MOUZ. 1 versus 4, and look at how they draw back. The bomb is all the way back here on long. How could you ever win this one, Dan?
Oh, wow, it's very, very tough. Exertion, at least with some health on his name. Elige is very weak, and Brokey's very weak. They're basically both 1 shot each, so there is a world where this is doable. The fake comes out, and the reset here from Exertion as he looks for the Cat player. But unfortunately, there is nobody Cat. He's losing time, and the reposition here, because of this from FaZe, is going to be very helpful. Spots both players, I think. Frozen going down, 1 more on the ramp as well. And another reset here. The run from Exertion to B.
Brokey's in the middle, though. He's hearing him, but because it's the Scout, he can't get the kill. He puts him down to just 4 points of health. Exertion looking to see if he can clutch his way out of this one. 12 seconds. 1 versus 4, and now down into a 1 versus 1 of Elige covering the cross, not getting the kill there. The bomb will be planted. Elige running up close, but he doesn't have the grenade to get rid of him. Just a bit of a decoy. That's not getting the job done. He's got the right view, and there we go. Exertion clutches his way through. 26 kills at the end, and a 1 versus 4 to seal the deal in favor of MOUZ. Kind of a, simple approach. You don't have to think about anything. Just shoot the headshots.
Wow, okay, so this looks like a knife round where the teams kind of didn't know which would place the knife here. All of MOUZ making their way through B apartments, faced with the mid-aggression, have a fast rotation time all the way through Cat. Carrigan up there in the shop as well, trying to see what he can find, but they understand this is going to be a retake scenario here. The bomb about to go down.
With no kit, it kind of has to be somewhat of a fast retake, which has already been slowed down as Exertion does get the kill on Carrigan. Oh, it's a drive-by! Torshi in his Ferrari, taking down Brokey and Rain both, and Frozen up against his former teammates gets completely demolished there. Torshi, he's not just focused on whether or not he got the kills. He wants the rest of the team to see it too. It's like, did you?
Rolling through the underpass as MOUZ begin to try to work on this mid control, but these smokes are really slowing them down.
Roland is very, very close. He finds the opening to take down Elige. How many kills did he have on Dust 2? Was it like 3 or 4 or something in total? Yeah. They still won. He's going to get taken down, but Spinks comes blasting out of the palace. Takes down Rain to begin with, and the bomb is in... How's the bomb in top mid? Why is it in top mid? They actually have the A bomb site. If they end up losing now, part of it could just be the delay in getting to the sites, but Brokey not quite ready. He wanted to throw out a grenade, and the bomb is slowly but surely going to get there. Carrigan, he's picked up the AUG, and he maybe had an opportunity to get the job done. Frozen, he knows walking through this hole is never a good idea.
Yeah, Frozen, this is just not a good spot. Keep the M4, that would be nice. But also, there's still this opportunity. If there's a frag to find, that could convince a play. And I mean, these players from MOUZ are fairly separated. So see if Frozen can get on it quickly. Obviously, as you say, no defuse kit, so this makes it impossible. Can he get away even with the AK? No. And I think, Anders, we had the bomb in that position. I would say, I think because Spinks saw a timing.
There are no kills on FaZe once again, and also Torshi is 7-0, Jimmy is 9-0. So a couple of people that haven't died at all. MOUZ loving life right now. Exertion, does he want to push through? Okay, there's going to be some utility on the other side. Insane trade coming through. Jimpphat with a double opening. He's might almost won the round just by doing that alone. That is so much production. Another headshot cuts down Elige across the bomb site. What is he doing? Frozen and Carrigan, they have to run away. This is like some sick version of Simon Says, but it's Jimmy Says, and with your life on the line, Dan, as well.
Yeah, it's just so sad that, Rain's stuck in that position where he's... MOUZ are certainly holding for an aggression. You can see that they're waiting for some sort of timing in the early rounds from FaZe. FaZe not giving it, though. Ooh, that's a huge find onto Elige once again. Window player dead.
Yeah. Rain, he did so much work to bring them into Dust 2. He had so many sick rounds. He's got a FAMAS this time in Connector. Frozen and Brokey behind him in the bomb site, but Spinks has managed to snake his way in here and will take down Rain to begin with. And now they're setting up for more kills. They have at least a couple of Molotovs for Frozen's position. They won't even need them, as Jimpphat can't stop hitting the headshots. Brokey down here is going to get taken. He still hasn't died. He's 14-0. For the love of God, somebody stop Jimpphat.
It doesn't seem reasonable. It really doesn't. Carrigan is going to have to survive a gauntlet because there's just no world where they're not... I mean, okay, never mind that one. It's just an afterthought.
Right now, they haven't found that one round that can, get everything back online. And you can see the frustration. There's no question about it. They have so few kills, and I think they have 9 kills in total on the FaZe side right now, going into round number 9. Obviously an issue. Elige might get pushed here. There is a bit of backup. Oh, the jump up Exertion. He gets away with a double. The smoke in the window preventing the AWP that was on Brokey from helping out. They will get rid of one. Oh, you could see he's playing a dangerous game. Torshi not biting yet, and he does realize he was being occupied. His attention was being taken away. Spinks, he should be dead, and he will be.
But it is the
all up
boss.
to Jimmy, yes, and they have no idea. They really can't know that he's walked up here. He's already got 1 kill. Smoke is up and a little bit of noise. So now they have a read, and Frozen finally takes him down. A triple for him, and FaZe with the first round on the board.
FaZe at least 1 on the board here. We'll see if they can continue. They can't rush mid like that every round, though, so they will have to find some consistency with these openings. And Pawsey, of course, takes down Brokey. A 5v4. 140 on the clock is a caller's dream on the T side. Right now, they have a very good read on where FaZe are for the most part. Elise has to sort of stay around A, can't give up connector. And Rain also knows he has to hold for the window push.
That's a nice shot. Jimpphat taken out of the round. What a relief to begin with. And you already mentioned it. The long flank that's coming in from Carrigan, that MP9. He has to get there in time, though. Rain takes down Brolan to slow things up. Frozen back with another one. Exertion trying to see if he can spray his way back into the round for his team. He does have 9 bullets left. Carrigan, that flank is going to be put into effect, and he'll find both the kills just like that. He walked the entire distance, and actually, it's worth it towards the end. They save the AK, they save the AWP as well on FaZe, so a little bit of money to going forward here. Round number 11. Another attempted FaZe comeback. They got into all the rounds, all 24 rounds on the opening map. Denied overtime by a 1 versus 4 from Exertion, by the way, which was heartbreaking all on its own from any FaZe fans that were watching, but they're used to it by now. Elige snuck on through. He should have the double right here. Look at him stabbing. If he had a bayonet on there, that would have been even better. Brolan and Exertion both go down, but they speed up immediately afterwards onto the B site.
And it's just Carrigan here. Carrigan, if he can hold this space, that would be everything for FaZe. If he can just hold the space, but Spinks with a double, and out of nothing, FaZe lose all of their position. Spinks jumping on them. Might be another one, but the team flash comes in, and that protects, I feel like, the oncoming Brokey.
Yeah, that team flash probably went a bit deep. I think they had coordinated it, but I don't think Spink was ready for that. Torshi goes down, so the retake is back on. No question FaZe are going to go for this. Jimpphat gets 1 here in Elige, trying to make a bit of a jump. He's got the Molotov. That's a nice tool. Putting some pressure on the finish. Oh, rifler down below. A headshot as well. Taking a kill. He's looking for the ace, and it's so close. He's almost got it against Jimpphat, but 20 kills instead on the finish rifler.
Right now, they have to assume that there's a flank. They have to assume that there's everything, because they've given up their position everywhere. Yeah. They are mega committed into this B push.
There's the Molotov. You're right, though. They can't really fall back. They blow open the smoke, trying to get out. Carrigan, he should have won the fight, but Brolan, what a headshot. That opens everything up, and Frozen finding himself on the site with no backup yet. Rain is trying to get there, but he's smoked out of the market. He has to go the long way around, and Exertion's already holding it. Straight executes him. Elige and Brokey, no chance to get back into it because, once again, Jimpphat has taken over the entire first half here. Exertion with the last shot, 10-2 in their favor, and Jimmy ending up with 21 kills. And they threw down that smoke pretty early on, just sort of almost on a random timing. I don't hate it, but it might also actually lure FaZe into this, and there's already 3 people at the site, so they don't probably mind. They say, yes, fine, we don't have any more utility, but what we do have is a really stacked site. Look at Spink's position. It's so hard to clear when you're already fighting Jimpphat on this side here. Brolan, though, he does go straight down. Very nice shot from Rain. They needed him. He wasn't doing anything in the first half. The crossfire is there, though. And Jimpphat, he can't get more than the kill. Torshi and Exertion trying to rotate in. That's a sickeningly quick kill. I don't know how he did it, but he deleted Brokey. Frozen dies, and Carrigan on his own. His troops are gone. And MOUZ pick up the round, 11 to their name.
2 players on the A site, and FaZe need to make this a quick one with the Tech-9s.
I think that there are no wrong calls for FaZe any longer. Such a long road back. You might as well give it a shot here. The Tech-9s running up the A ramp. Exertion put under a lot of pressure. I like those early Molotovs to try and see if they could slow them down, but the counter grenades are coming in, and they are doing heavy damage to the FaZe side of things too. Flashes are everywhere. No one can see anything of what's going on. Brolan trying his best, and it's really good. A couple of kills. USP comes out. He gets the headshot to take down Brokey, and Jimpphat adding to the tally, trying to build that legacy for himself. Carrigan up on high. Jimpphat with the final kill, just like it was always meant to be. 27-3, and the total destruction of FaZe Clan.